Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello. Here we are again. Hello, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, welcome to our special live session. This is, what do we call this, Princess? A fresh start to. You can read that one.
Which one? Sorry. A fresh start
Okay.
for 2026, answering
Yeah.
the guest ESL questions. So excited about
Yeah,
this.
I know. We're very excited to see all of you here because today is all about you. We're answering real questions from ESL teachers working, especially with young learners like myself and Princess. So we are going to share practical tips. We will share some strategies and encouragement to help you start 2026 feeling inspired and supported, right, Princess?
Yes.
How's your 2026 so far?
It's great so far. I started 2026 great. Yeah. I had
Yeah,
like fun with my students too.
that's good. Did you teach on New Year's Day?
No, I had I took a leave on New Year's
Oh,
Day.
Recording in
okay.
progress.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't teach. Oh, yeah, I did teach on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so it was
Oh,
fun.
really?
Yeah,
You're such
yeah,
a
yeah.
hardworking teacher, Miss Joy.
I don't know. I just feel like I think it's fun. I mean, it's like like I have a tradition. Like I want to start the year teaching, so
Mm.
it's good, yeah. All right. Well, I want to mention about the raffle giveaway today. So we will have two lucky winners, just like our previous one. And so one participant will win 1 year English Bright Pro Access, and then the other one will get a 160-hour TEFL course with a certificate from TEFL Full Circle. So how to join the raffle? I think they've seen it from our post, and also um yeah, there's some, yeah, in the chat box. So you have to share this live webinar ad, and then you have to make sure it's set to public, and you're here with us in Zoom. And please just be mindful that it will be closed at 11:40, so fill it out before 11:40. All right. So again, I want to welcome Teacher Princess. This is the second time that we are sharing this space. We're very grateful to have you here, Princess. You brought really incredible insights last time. You really helped.
Thank you.
Very. It was a really nice live. I really enjoy that. That was our Christmas thing, right?
Mm.
Um, and what did we talk about there? We talked about the energy, the
Yes.
presence, right? It's that's the secret. I know they ask like, "What's the secret? What's the secret?" Yeah, it's really not the secret. You already have it here. All right. Well, we're gonna be answering questions that we weren't able to answer from last time. So there were like pages of questions, right, Princess? What did you
Yes.
say? It will take us hours.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
will.
So Princess will
Yeah.
have questions. So some of these questions that we're going to be answering will be from the teachers who joined us before, and thanks for patiently waiting. And also some of the brand new questions will be answered today. So we're going to start. Do you want me to start, Princess, or you can
Yeah,
start too?
sure. You can
All
start, Miss
right.
Joy.
All right, thanks. So we're going to be starting with this is about maintaining energy, fun, and avoiding burnout.
Oh,
So, the
wow.
first question, I want to type it here so everybody can see. This is from Mary Jane Morales. So, I'm going to use my pen tool over
That's a
here.
really interesting question.
Yeah, it is. And I wanted to answer this first is because they think, well, I know the teachers that have been doing this for a long time, they know that you can get tired. But for people who are just starting, and I know that our registrants are mostly aspiring teachers. So, teaching, we just sit down, face the computer. It sounds like not that tiring, right? But we get tired too. So here's a question. I'm trying to fit this into this little box. Give me a minute here. Is that good or is that too small, Princess?
Yeah, I can
Can
read
you
that.
see
That's
that?
readable.
Great. So Mary Jane asks, how do we maintain fun and engaging classes after years of teaching? And how do we fight burnout when it starts to show up? All right, before I answer that, I just want to acknowledge, help me, Princess. We have our teachers joining us here. Hi, guys. Sorry, I got carried away.
Hello,
Um,
guys. Teacher
hello,
Jane's actually
everybody.
present. She said,
Oh,
"It's my question."
oh, hello.
Hi,
I am
Teacher
so
Jane.
happy you're here, Teacher Jane.
Mhm.
Were you here with us last time? I think. Yeah. Oh, this is a new question. So, yeah, sorry. I got it all mixed up. Hi, Teacher Jane. Hello, Angel, Verona, Orlin. Do you see any familiar names here, Princess?
Mm, not really. I think mostly um these teachers are new.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
I
also
am.
have Aurelin Valdez here with us today. Thank you so much for joining.
Yes. Gail, hello. Janet, Jennifer. Let me look at Facebook too. There is Riley. Hello, Riley. I love that name. We got Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
We have
Um,
Ruby
oh,
today
hi.
and teacher Dan. I think
Yeah.
our participants today are mixed up. There are ESL teachers already, and there are also aspiring ESL teachers. Mostly, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes,
Mostly.
yes. I know. I'm very excited for the new ones. Really. So let us go back to Mary Jane. She's here. I really like this question, but when we start feeling tired or like burnout, I feel this every now and then. I've been teaching for over 15 years. I still feel like it's not that I do not like what I'm doing. It's just purely, you just feel tired, and that's okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't mean
normal.
that, yeah, it's normal. It doesn't mean like, you're a bad teacher. Like if you want to skip this, it just means I think that you've been giving a lot for a long time. So what I do, I've mentioned this with teacher Bella when we did our live. It is very important for me. This is what works for me. In my schedule, I put the word break.
Mm.
So it's very important that you schedule real breaks.
Of classes
Right, that's a
per
lot.
day.
So
Mhm.
10 to 12. Is that like, do you have breaks? You,
I have a lot of time in the morning because I only teach at night. So it's like straight from 5:30 to late night.
yeah, but
Yes.
I mean, do you have breaks in between the classes or is it like back to
No.
back?
That's because like you said, Teacher Joy, I feel like I mean, when I was still scheduling, I felt like I was a
Uh,
superhero. I can do this. I can do
yeah,
everything. I can teach everyone.
yeah. And
Yeah.
when you
But I'm
get,
considering that one, like breaks every after maybe two classes or three. That's really
yeah,
important.
yeah, that I know it's very tempting. I just started really doing this. Like I want like a full one slot. I know you're like,
Mm.
oh, I can do this. It's only 25 minutes, right? Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's very important because it's important to do that. You don't feel it right away, but it will creep out. It will
Mm.
just show up when you least expect it. So scheduling real breaks, Jane, is very important. Another if you are a private teacher, and you have the freedom to use your own materials, it's very important to not do everything from scratch. Well, depending on how many students you have, if you have two in a week, then go for it. Do it on your own. But if you are building your business, what do we call that? Teacherpreneur. If you are a teacherpreneur, it helps a lot when you don't do everything. So you like when you have your lessons ready for you, you can just focus on connecting with your students, right?
True.
Yeah. So what about you, Princess? What do you
Yeah,
do when
I'd
you
also
kind
like
of? Mm-hmm.
to add something to that. So the question is, how can ESL teachers prevent or deal with burnout?
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I'd like to say that it doesn't only happen to teachers with long years of experience. It also happens to teachers who are still beginning. Yeah, because just like you said, teacher joy, it's a normal feeling. Yeah. And I think one of the main reason for that is like when we have this pattern during the class,
Mm-hmm.
this and this next page, and then I have to do this. I think
Mm-hmm.
we need to keep classes fresh. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's how
Mm-hmm.
we deal with burnout. Keep classes fresh. You really need to connect to your students because I think burnout often comes with forgetting your value, not from teaching itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also,
That's a very good point. Yeah.
yeah, burnout often comes from, forgetting your value as a teacher, not from teaching itself.
Yeah.
And another thing is, you let your students do more of the work during the class, and that's an advantage for your students too, because that
Mm-hmm.
way they learn how to speak in English. They
Mm-hmm.
have more time to practice because if you do more of the work as a teacher, I think that's when you feel burned out. Know what I mean,
That's
teacher Joy?
yes, that's true. Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. I like that when you said it's you're kind of like questioning your value as
Mm,
a
yeah.
teacher is not really yeah, because I think you kind of like it's too repetitive maybe. You think
Mm,
so? And it's like, oh, okay, I don't know. Sometimes you get mixed up. Is it you because you're tired or is it because you don't like what you're doing?
mm,
You have to
yes.
really sit down and see the different. I mean, is it because you're tired or is it because you don't like your job? Sometimes when we're tired, we feel like, oh, I don't like what I'm doing, but it's really not the case. It's just you're literally just tired.
Mm,
Yeah. All right. So yeah, teaching sustainably lets you keep showing up, enjoying your classes, and loving what you do long term.
mm.
And do you have a question there, Princess? We can go to your question if you have.
Yeah, nothing more. I think that's it. I think, and I also think we have answered the question.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
let me see. Let me see. I think we have another one. I think this is from how do you okay, this is great. Yeah, so I want to ask our audience and especially the ones that are with us joining us live here. I wonder what you guys are doing also. Have you tried any powerful routines to keep your energy up in class or when you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I like what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can share, guys.
Yeah, hi Angel, how are you?
Angel Verona is here.
Yeah, let me see. Jane Tan. Okay, I'm reading some hellos and hi's here on Facebook. Abigail Bukago, Eliza, Eliza Magkana. Lee Joy Core. While you're thinking, guys, and sharing if you feel like it, Liza. Hi, Liza Viter. All right. Okay, we can move on to our next question, Princess. Let's
Yes.
see. Do you
Mm,
wanna get one of yours?
yeah. So I think this question came from an aspiring teacher. So
Hi.
maybe she want to like get an idea about this. She asked, "Are there standard levels for learning English for non-native speakers?" Standard levels
Okay.
for learning English. And we know that there is. Yes,
Okay.
there's a standard
Yeah.
level, or there are standard levels for learning English for non-native
Mm-hmm.
speakers. So we have this A1, A2, B1,
Mm-hmm.
B2, C1, and C2. A1 is are those beginners. Yeah, so you should
Mm-hmm.
teach like the basic words and simple sentences only. A2, elementary level. So mostly in your class, you're gonna talk about everyday conversations, simple questions
Right.
as well.
Right. Right.
B1, take note of this, teachers, especially the aspiring ones. B1 is, what was that again? Intermediate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of work and daily life communication. I have lots of intermediate students, so
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
B2 is upper intermediate, more complex discussions. And
Okay.
C1, we have advanced. So when you say advanced, um, fluent and professional use of the language already. And last, we have C2. We have this level is already proficient. So it's
Mm-hmm.
near native level. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for aspiring ESL teachers, you have to know these. So when you have your, what do you call that first class? A trial class, you'll
Mm-hmm.
know the level of your student. So I think this one is also very important because if you don't know this, then you have no idea what level your student is.
Right.
Mm.
Yes, yes. I know that is a very common I think new teachers would feel a little intimidated, like, where would this kid fall into? So, like, how
Yes.
do I gauge them and this and that? Yeah, so it's very important to know that. Also, we also have that list on our website. If they go to FAQ, we have like that we don't do A1. We have level one, two through level six, but then they can
Mm.
also see exactly at level zero what does the kid know or not know at this level. So yeah, I think that's a very good way to prepare, right, for new
Mm.
teachers. Like, okay, so this is what it is, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks for answering that question, Princess. So let us see. I'm gonna go to another question here. This is from, I don't know how to read her name. I Iman Iman Shabane. If you're here, just correct me.
Is
How do
it
you read
Imane?
the
I'm not sure.
Iman
Shabane or
Imane
Shabane?
Shabane? Shabane. All right. So this is a question. When a student isn't motivated, what what non did we answer this yet? Oh, not yet. Non-linguistic methods can I use to engage them? Okay. So what do you
Non-linguistic methods.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about, like, movements or
Yes, yes,
games or
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We're thinking
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CPRs,
Mm,
props, and such.
yes,
Mm.
yes. Your facial expression, that's the biggest
Yeah,
prop, right? Like
correct.
all these things and all that. So a lot of the time, really, it's not about English at all. Well, you are teaching English, so
Yes.
you'd focus on that right away. But we will go back again to the connection. We talked about this in our first live, right, Princess?
Yeah, last month.
Yeah, so you start with nonverbal tools like what you said, TPR, your energy, your facial expressions, the movements, singing songs, games. What else? For especially for young learners, feeling safe
Mm.
at first is very, very important. So you wanna bring that. So feeling safe comes first, and then engagement naturally follows when your students feel comfortable,
Mm. But did you joy?
right?
There really are times when students not not interested, even if you're doing everything, TPRs, props, and such. So I think one thing or one tip that I can give to the teachers is to know what your students really want. Like, for example, I have this student who really likes the color pink. And
Mm-hmm.
every time that she's like, doing
Uh-huh.
a lot of
Right,
things,
right,
not
right. Getting
focusing,
right, right, right.
I always show her anything that's pink. And yeah, or maybe show her a picture from Google. I would search anything that, and I would ask her,
Mm.
what is your favorite food? I have to know that one. Her favorite food,
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
color. So I can show her, for
Yes.
example, she'll say, my favorite food is ice cream. So I'll show her a pink ice cream. Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's a good strategy. I just learned that actually.
Wonderful. Thank you for
Mm.
sharing that. Yeah, so that's what I meant when I mentioned the word connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a skill. I mean, it's a gift, but for teachers that, don't have that gift, you can learn that skill. So you said you kind of this is how you win their hearts, right?
Mm.
Like, what's your favorite color? You said, okay, so pink. That's your language that you both understand, right? So pink, that's how you get her. That's why connection is very important. You know your student first, and then so when they start to get bored or not engaged, then you know how to get them back.
Yes. You have
Very
to know what your
nice.
students want. So whenever he or she is distracted, you can show her, well, you want this, right? You can show her
Yeah.
anything that he or she likes.
Yeah, 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 that's right. So like maybe games would work too.
Mm.
Yeah, we have a lot of games in our on our website, so you can go to games there and maybe you can show that briefly all the games and say, "Oh, you can choose a game later when
Yeah.
you do a really good job here," and stuff like make it excited. Yeah, so I want to know if if teachers hear of anything to share about that. You can drop it in the chat. What are your creative nonverbal technique that you've use that really work, because we want to learn from you too. We
Yes.
are all sharing. We're not claiming that we are perfect here. We're all I feel like teachers in general, we are lifelong learners. We like to learn. I like learning. Even
I
with my
agree.
6-year-olds, I learn from them. And it's really fun. That's why I like my job, because I'm not teaching. I'm also learning from this little
Hmm.
nuggets, I said. All right. Well, let me see. Who say? Oh, I
There's a
there is one.
question.
Okay.
There's a question. Teacher Kristen Joy Topacio.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
she was present last month from last
Oh yeah,
live.
yeah, yeah. That name's
Yeah, her
familiar.
name's
Hi,
familiar. She asked,
Christine.
"Do you have to be a college graduate for you to be an ESO teacher?" Hmm.
What?
Well, do you have to be, what was that again? A college graduate for you to be an ESO teacher? Well, there are, as far as I know, there are companies that hire teachers even though they're not college graduates. Yeah.
Mm,
As long as you have the skill, as long as you know what you're teaching, I think that's okay. Yeah. So
mm-hmm.
the short answer to the question is no, because there are companies that hire teachers who are non-college graduates. If you know to yourself that you have something to give to your students, then I think that's okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all about
Okay.
skills.
Correct. Yes. It's. I mean, you can learn a lot
Mm,
online. I mean, nowadays, right? You can
yes. But of course,
you
being a graduate is an advantage.
True. Yeah. It's just they want your credentials and stuff like that. It's
Mhm.
just that's just the reality of life. You got to share your credentials. But like what you said, if you have the skills and you show up and you really present yourself very well, then maybe the company will, you know, Like what you said, there are companies that that requires a college degree. Some are okay without it. It's about the skills you said. All right, let me see. I saw a question from Facebook. Well, Glyza says here, I really want to be an ESL teacher again, but I feel like I'm left out because there are a lot of new things. Or shall I say that I must learn? I don't know how and where to start again. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's
So,
Glyza. Glyza Bray.
Glyza. Yeah. Hi,
Looking for
Glyza.
a lot of new things. What does she mean by that? What new things, Teacher Joy? Because
I
you have
think,
15 years of experience already, so I think you're the
yeah,
one who has something to say.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think you're talking about like, just upgrading your teaching tools. That's what I can think of. You feel you're left out because there are a lot of new things. Well, you've been a teacher already, Glyza, so you can open your mind into learning the new things, such as I would start with maybe using Zoom and stuff like that. I don't know if Glyza's teaching online or in person, face to face, but also the tools such as materials. Like we have English Bright lessons that you can use. I know it is very intimidating at first when you are using an entirely new thing. Any change is very scary, right?
Agree.
It's just that's just about being human. We're scared of any new things, so just face your fear. So you try it out. Just be brave and just be open into learning new things,
Hmm.
learning new tools. It's okay. It's just like students are very scared to make mistakes. But if you do not try to discover it, explore it, then you're not going to learn or you're not going to know how it goes, right? So you can still come back to ESL World, Teacher Glyza. I believe you can do it. Once an
Yeah.
ESL teacher will always be an ESL teacher, maybe.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you just really have to try because if you don't try, you won't learn anything.
Yeah, and you,
Yeah.
you won't know. I mean, if you think, oh, I can't really learn it, well, that's okay. But then you know the answer if you try.
Hmm. She said,
Yeah.
"Thank you, teacher."
Oh, she did say that.
What I
Hi, Glyza.
mean really are the tools like Class
Ooh.
In and Boov. I tried to teach through
Mm,
Zoom before, I see. Because Zoom is like the first like
yeah,
tool
yeah, yeah.
as a teacher.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Pandemic time.
Mm-hmm.
I think
You can
that's the.
watch my video about my about class and tutorial.
Oh,
Teacher
that's
Gliza.
that's right.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Princess has you have that. You
Mm-hmm.
you showed your audience how to use it, how to share screen and stuff, right?
Yep. I've also I had also shared how to use like, for example, English Bright material inside Klassen. I also show
Right.
that in the video.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope we answered that, or we somehow um comforted you, Liza. All right. So there is, you see, I saw that question here from Carlo. Carla, I'm sorry. You see that, Princess?
Yes, yes.
In,
Just
yeah,
two questions. The first one, how do you provide immediate correction to a child without interrupting their flow or making them feel discouraged on camera? So, questions about like how to give corrections to the students
mm-hmm,
without hurting their feelings. Yeah,
yeah,
sort of like that.
mm-hmm,
Hmm. Well, for me, I always use, I mean, this one's every after the class. I always use the
mm-hmm,
sandwich method, and I'm sure you're all familiar with that. The
Mm-hmm.
praise, correct, and then you have to give another positive comment to your students. But for this one, is it like in the middle of the class? Like, is it during the class? Immediate correction to a child without interrupting their flow. Well, you can just gently do that. For example, I'd say, for example, the student said, let's say, I have 3 years old, for example. That's grammatically wrong. Then I'd say, oh, you said I have. You can say, I am 3 years old. So you can just gently correct it. Your tone really matters. So
Correct.
it's
Yes, I
all about the
agree.
tone and your approach to
Mm-hmm.
your student. What about
Right,
you,
right.
Teacher Joy?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think I don't think you correcting them would make them feel discouraged because that's your job.
Yeah.
I always mention that to my students, especially the ones that don't, the ones that don't want to talk very much. And I would always tell them this is the right place to make as many mistakes as you
Mm.
want because that's why your mom sent you here. That's my job is to help you correct your mistakes. So don't be scared. But I can also understand, Carla, what you meant by this. Like the tone is very important. So I kind of make it subtle, like when they say, this is a very common phrase that the kids always like. It's very funny instead of saying, oh, it was so fun, right? It's
Yeah.
very funny. And I say, oh, can you say, it was so fun, so fun. So they
Mm-hmm.
would repeat that too. So it's like you are just saying the sentence again in a correct manner, and they will get that, right? And then they
Yes.
will say
Yes.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like what you said, I am 3 years old, or what was it? I have 3 years old, and you
Mm.
say, I am 3 years old. Yeah.
Yes. I think
And
one
then,
thing as well, Teacher Joy, is to avoid saying you are wrong. You have to
right.
respond positively to what they
Mm-hmm.
did or what they said. So instead of
Mm-hmm.
correcting them in a negative way, you should always be positive as a teacher.
Correct.
Mm.
Yes. Very good point. Yeah. So you don't say exactly like, no, that is not right.
Mm.
Good try. Can you
Yes,
say
yes.
blah 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 like that? Yeah. Oh, that's I always say like sounds better, because especially the pronunciation, and I say, okay, can you say this again? Oh, that's a lot better. And then it would make them feel good. Let's see. Here's from Carla again. What are your strategies for engaging a very shy student? Ooh, okay. Who is reluctant to speak during lesson?
Hmm. Do I have
Do
a
you have
shy
one?
student?
Do you have one?
I was also trying to think if I have a student who is shy.
All right, I have
Um,
one.
okay.
While you're thinking, this is very challenging. I would say that sometimes you lose your patience because but you know what I do in my schedule, I put a heart next to the name of my student.
Ooh.
So it would remind me to be patient and be gentle. So I put a heart there, and so when okay, 7:30, this is the one that I need to put all my heart into, and so I'm ready and I'm patient and I'm smiley and I'm friendly, and then I would remind him, okay, you got to use your big boy words, okay, full sentence, and then like the yes or no kid. This is like, okay,
Yes.
what did you do today? Homework, right?
Are you
I-
happy? Yes.
yeah. What did you do? School. Okay. Can you use your big boy words? Remember last time we did a game like, blah blah blah. And so you can always just remind them, let's use a full sentence, okay? You can write it down so they have something to read if they're really not into it. Another factor also, maybe they're not really shy. They just don't have the confidence yet. It
Mhm.
takes a while. I have a student, it took him 3 years to really get it out. He's very smart. I would talk to mom. Is he really shy? Does he talk? Well, he's very talkative. And the mom said, I said, just really need to be patient. And, we just keep on pushing. And it's not just for you, for the parents too. Like, oh my gosh, when is he going to talk? I know he's got all the words. The vocabulary has been really, what do you call that? Good collection of words. It's just the
Yeah.
confidence. And if Carla, are you teaching Chinese kids? Because one of my students have asked this question actually. This is the same kid that it took him 3 years to fully have the confidence. And he said that they're used to they're very used to teachers that are super strict. So in
Hmm.
school, when they make mistakes, they get, yelled at and maybe humiliated and stuff like that. So they have that in their brain that, ooh, if I say this wrong, it's unsafe for me. So I'm not saying
Mm,
anything.
that's
I'd rather
right.
be safe than, So you just really, we go back to the connection again, Carla. And
Yes. Building a
yeah,
safe and supportive environment for your students.
yeah,
You have to
yeah,
remind them every day or every class that you're safe to make mistakes here. It's okay to make mistakes here. You're safe here. You're safe here with me.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Carla,
it's it.
Carla did say yes, she is teaching Chinese students.
Oh,
All right, there you go. Okay. Do you have questions there, Princess, that you want to read?
yeah. That's from Ruby. She
Okay.
asked, "Can you share some tips on how to teach beginner students that are distracted easily?" I think we have answered this already.
Right.
It's the same thought from the
You can
last
you can,
question.
right. Maybe
Yeah,
we can
so
answer that too. I
mhm.
mean, so Ruby can
Yeah, so like I said earlier, you have to connect. We always go back to the connection thing.
yeah, connection,
You
energy,
connect. Yes.
presence. Right.
You connect to your students, Ruby, teacher Ruby. You have to know your student, know what they want, know what they like. So if that student, like you said, is distracted easily, you know how to get their attention back. So like I said earlier, I have this student who likes color pink and who likes to eat ice cream. So if she gets distracted, I always show her this pink ice cream because she likes it. So she
Right.
goes back
Yeah.
to our lesson. Yeah. So
Ruby,
connection.
are you teaching right now, Ruby, or are you? Yes, you are. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Beginner students. I'm just curious. Like, how old are the kids that you're talking about? Because if you're talking about young, very young, yes, this is where you put all your energy. 3 year olds,
True.
oh, it's very tiring. I mean, yeah, it's tiring.
I even stand up during my classes with a three
I
to
know,
5 year old.
and I get sweaty. Really.
Yes.
Yeah, I stand
I
up
always have
too.
a tissue with me because I
I
need it
know.
every after class.
Yes, and you need water because sometimes, I have
Yep.
to catch my breath. So, yes, you need your energy and just be very playful, especially the 3 year olds. Ooh, it's not for the faint of
Yes.
heart. You got to be really energetic. That's the only way. Yes, Princess, do you agree?
Yes. That's the only way. You have to play with them.
Yeah, so they come back to you and they love you. And then once they are at maybe age 6, you can kind of tone down your energy and you can just chill
Yeah.
and,
I experienced that. I have this student
you
who
have,
started with
yeah.
me like I'm not sure with his age, but yeah, we started off very lively. But now we're not that lively anymore. It's not the same as the beginning.
Yeah. And
Just the
yes,
beginning.
Jane, that's right. Reward system, that is true.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
Keeps
All
them
right.
motivated.
Correct. It's let me see. I think reminder complete the attendance so you can we can do the raffle and you'll be included in there. All right. So let's see. Do we have questions from Zoom? Any more questions? Let me just look at. Oh, hi, Glyza. Glyza is here again asking, do you offer trainings for newbie ESL teachers, English Bright ESL? Yes, we do. And we would love to meet you for private training on Zoom. Glyza, just message us. All right, there is one from Jenny Garcia Picard. Can you share your best practices when you encounter very young students who parrots every day, every word you say, and doesn't understand you at all? Okay, so that's related to whose question was it? Ruby. Do you have a student that likes to repeat everything you say, Princess?
Yes, yes.
How do you deal with that?
Um, just encouragement. I just encourage them to try again on their own words. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just that.
Yeah, and I think it's very helpful to have a puppet. I've learned
Mm-mm.
this. Yes, because especially the ones that know have zero English, I think you kind of just show them, you model them that actually this is what you say. I say, "What's your name?" And then maybe you have a familiar puppet. What is a familiar animal, say a dog, and I am dog. Hello, dog. And then so maybe the student will get it. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to say. What is your name? I am dog. Hi, dog. What is your name? And then you go
Yeah.
use the TPRs are really, really important. I think with especially the young kids that does not understand anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, uh, all right. So that's
Yeah. Yeah,
from
puppets,
Jenny.
props are important. But aside from that, teacher Joy, if they don't have puppets, they can also use like what you call illustrations. There are
Hmm.
images,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
that's
this
true.
is you, and this is your student,
Yes.
and yeah,
So
conversation.
right. It's kind of like a dialogue thingy.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Nika, hi there. Is part of the lesson about sight words. There, there is a part in the lesson about sight words. How do you simply explain to your young learners? No matter how I explain it, they don't get it. Sight words.
Sight words, ah, okay. It's like keywords,
Mm-hmm.
like the keywords, like let's say in the class, there's a word that says go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to explain that, you have to demonstrate it to them. So go is to just walk away.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
just demonstrate the
TPR.
words.
Right. Also sight words are also to help them or to add more into their reading ability. So it's more of them familiarizing that particular word. It's not really telling them what this means, but if
Mm.
so don't I know that it could be a little confusing at first. But with me, when I do sight words, I just have them read it. Read. If I
Yes.
know that they are able to somehow understand what this means, then I will try to explain what this sight word means. But really, with sight words, I just have them master how to read it, not 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 really understand what
Explain.
this
Mm.
exactly. Yeah. So it's more of the reading part. Um, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah,
true.
Nika's it's about reading. All right. Let me see. All right. Okay. Actually, there's a question about that parrot. students. That's from Grace Rubelios. So we answered that, Grace. Let me see. Oh, okay. There's a question here, Princess, from Princess. Her name is also Princess.
Is it
Princess
in Facebook?
Garcia. I have it here. I pick it. I think this
Oh,
was
okay,
from
okay.
previous question. So this is her question. How do you handle students who are bored after 2 years with the same teacher? Okay.
Well, there are steps to to give solution to that. So first approach would be to what is that again? Students who are bored. You
Yeah,
have to like I said earlier, you have to really try your hardest to connect to that student. Know his or her likes and wants. So he or she gets interested to your lesson. Yeah, but
right.
if it won't
Or
be
work.
effective, it
Uh-huh.
will work. Yes, you can. I think you can tell the mom immediately.
I know, like we answered this question. If you think like you've done everything,
Uh-huh.
it is, I think it would be very wise to connect to mom and say, I think he's losing folk. I mean, he's not very interested. Maybe there is a better time because maybe the
Mhm.
student is just tired. Maybe the slot that you're doing the class with is not the perfect time because these kids have a lot of after school classes that they do. They do sports, they do piano, they do this, they do that.
Yeah,
So
especially Chinese. They do a lot of things during the day.
that's yeah, yeah. So I think, also your materials or your lessons are very important because
Mhm.
I don't see I have my students I have a student that is going to be a teenager and she started learning English with me since she was maybe 6 or 7. And I don't think she's bored. I mean, we're very connected. We built a relationship, and I think it is just kind of changing up things, maybe surprise them a little bit with a game or a video or a question, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, they shouldn't be bored. They should be wanting you more and more. So is the connection again.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to be hearing a lot of this word today. All right. Do we have any more questions?
I'd like to
She says,
add, Teacher Joy, that I
yeah.
think it also depends on um, if you're a good match to the student.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Ooh, I like that.
whether we admit it or not, there are really times when we feel like we're not a good match to the student. I think the student has a better teacher there.
Yes,
Yeah. But the
that is really
problem,
true.
but the problem is we're afraid to, give up the student's slot.
Yeah, we're afraid to admit that. That's
Mhm.
why that is a tricky one when you are teaching with a company, especially when you're giving the students and maybe the parent already bought package of 1,000 lessons or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty tricky. But when you are teaching privately, that's when you get the freedom to choose who you are meant to be. It's just like, choosing the person that you will end up with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Are we
totally
talking
agree
about
with
love life
you.
here?
It's kind of like that. Sometimes it just
Yeah,
doesn't click, right? It doesn't
true.
click. There's no spark, then you got to move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually
Oh,
experienced that. I really gave up on that student. Not really gave up, but I think it's helpful for the student to, for me to give him a chance to look for another teacher because I don't really think that we match his energy and my
yours.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, after years of learning. But I can say that
Mm-hmm.
he really learned something, but it's just that during the class, we're not really that connected. And I tried my best already. So I told the
Wow.
manager, I think it's best if the student will look for a teacher that will really match him. like that.
Oh, okay. So thanks for sharing that. So even if you're working for a company, you can actually
Yes,
communicate
yes,
that to your
yes.
manager. So
Mhm.
yes, there you go. You can just be honest with yourself and just give that student to someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah. There is a long question here. Okay.
From
Orlin.
Arlen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me read that. Arlen
Yes.
said, asked, I'm an aspirant ESL teacher and I would like to know if there are learning packages from the company for the students to learn, or are the lessons you teach are up to you, depending on what your students' needs are, using an approach in their best interest. This one
Okay.
depends on your situation. Um, well, in my company, this is not a big company. It's just a small company, a
Mm-hmm.
starting one. So we can just select any material that we want to use for the student, depending on the student's needs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there are
Mm-hmm.
also times when parents would buy like a learning package for their
Mm-hmm.
child. Yes. But the teachers have the freedom to, give comments, or if this learning material is good for him, good for her. But for big companies, um, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. What about
Right,
you,
right,
Teacher Joy?
right. Let me just understand this question again. Would you like to know if there are learning packages from the company for the students to learn, or are the lessons you teach up to you? All right. So, because I am teaching independently and I'm using English Bright entirely with all my students. I don't understand exactly the learning packages she meant here. What do you mean by that, Orlin?
It's fixed, I think, Teacher Joy. I think she's asking if you're
Your
working
mat.
in a company, for example, the lesson
Mm-hmm.
package is like fixed, already fixed, and you don't have like the freedom to choose your own.
Change it up.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Oh,
That's what I
okay. All right.
understand from the question.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think I have a lot of knowledge about that right now. But yeah, like you said, maybe you can tell, you can just communicate it if the lesson is not working. But if you are teaching privately, you have, that's also the reason why I really love teaching privately. It's because I can customize it. I mean, I can do it the right pacing and not be
Yeah,
feeling like, oh, I got to finish all the slides because, this is what the company's telling me. I can really focus on whether the student is learning or not. So if you're using your own material, like I'm using English Bright, if I think that grammar is such a big thing that this student needs to master, then I will focus on grammar and grammar and grammar and then move on when I feel like they've mastered it.
yes.
So yeah, so those are just the differences or options that you have. Or Orlin, there is some another question here. I have an adult student who is a beginner. He always changes the topic every day. He controls the lesson every day. Is this normal about adult students? He tells me what he wants the next day. I don't teach adults very much. What do you think? How about you, Princess?
Um, well, this one happens when you work in a company, Teacher Joy. Like,
Mm.
do you have an idea about the
Yeah, booking system.
booking system? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started in the ESL industry, I had this adult student who do the same thing. So I can relate
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
what's this, Teacher Wafa? Is it Guapa?
Yeah.
Teacher
Guafa
Wafa.
siya. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's so difficult to control, Teacher Joy, because you work in a company and you don't have like this control button. You don't have the freedom to control the student, because that's what he or she likes. That's what he likes. He wants to change a lesson every day. So it's different. It's difficult. It's difficult to say something about it because you can't really do
Mm-hmm.
anything when you work in a company.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you just teach whatever they want you to teach. every time.
Right, right. Teacher Jane, you said for private classes too. Are you replying to Wafa's question about the adult student? Yeah,
Well, if it's a private class, you have the control, so you can give a
yeah,
suggestion. You can give
yeah,
a comment
yeah.
about it that it's not that good to. It's not good. It's not really good to change the lessons every time.
Yeah, but
You can
that's
communicate.
very yeah, because it's an adult student. So,
Mm.
and like we go back to like if you think, you've communicated well to your student about this and that, and the student still, pushes it, and it's not, you don't feel comfortable, then you are not a good match. You can move on.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And also teacher Joy, as the teacher, you need to be the one to have a say about about the learning. You know, because you're the teacher,
Hmm.
you're the one who
Correct.
assesses the students'
Hmm.
learning. So you need to set that first
Correct.
before you
Yes.
move on to the rest of your classes.
I know. I'm
Student needs
very
to
happy.
understand that.
I'm very happy that you brought that up, because that is one thing I notice, that especially, well, I can understand if you're working for a company, or even if you are, doing, I think this is more common when you're teaching privately, because this is your business, right? You have your
Yes.
little business, and you just want to please all your clients, right? But then again, like what you said, you are the teacher. And mom will say, please use this. I want to use this. Why is my student not speak? Why is my son not speaking yet? This and that. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I think if you just say it in a manner where you sound professional and patient and kind and polite, you will earn their trust, actually. And they say, oh, okay. So this teacher is a good teacher, because she or he has, that thinking and concern about my child. I
Yes.
actually just did this with my student. The mom really wanted to use the book Wonders.
Mm.
And it's getting too comfortable with my student, and I told mom, you know what, I highly suggest, and I think I'm really going to be just focusing on the curriculum that I'm using now, because Wonders is a really good book. It's a wonderful material, but it's just not a good match for your child. And we want him to speak, and now he is speaking. And so mom said, "Really, thank you for saying that." And so yeah, we agreed, and yeah, end of the story. So if you just know how to
Yes.
communicate to your students' parents, and because you're the teacher, they are, they're the ones that paying, but you also have to show that you know what you're doing. You just kind of lead them, this,
Yes.
you say this, and you give them the reason why you're doing this, obviously. And like what you said, it's just it also depends on how you say it, the tone. I say, hi mom, I know you want to use this and that. Or with adult student, I know you want to change topic every day, but it would make our class better if, we set, you have questions there that you want to
Mhm.
read,
Okay.
princess.
So someone asked, the point is that what is like an advantage of being an ESL teacher compared to being a public school teacher? So I just paraphrased his or her.
Okay,
I think
okay,
that's a
okay.
her question.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's like an advantage? What's your thoughts about that, Teacher Joy?
I've never taught in a public school.
Hmm. Me too.
We right. So I don't know if I have the right to answer that question,
Yeah.
but I've taught. I was a, what do you call that? Early educate. Like I've taught really very young students, but it's not
Maybe.
in a public school. I've taught
Yeah.
face to face, like the toddlers and
Hmm.
babies.
But maybe we can just talk about the advantages of being an ESL teacher, not
Yeah.
comparing to
Right. How about that?
being a
Okay.
public school teacher. How about that? Because,
Okay.
like you said, we don't really have the right to say something about this because we haven't experienced what they have
Right.
experienced.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But,
what's your answer to that, Princess?
well, obviously, in ESL, there's a smaller class size. You know, you can teach
Correct.
1-on-1, 2, 3 students compared to,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a
40 or
flexible
50
schedule. Yes,
kids.
yes,
Right.
correct.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And another advantage is a flexible schedule. That's what I
Yes.
personally
That's
like
what you
about
like.
this
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
job. Yeah, I can just tell my
Mm-hmm.
student, can we move our class to this day? Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
also I can plan my work schedule ahead of time.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
And
Yes.
when it comes
Yeah.
to learning, you can focus on communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can focus on communication, and yeah, there's like the point is that there's a focused learning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're really focused on one student's progress comparing to, teaching a lot. Personally, that's what I like about this job.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, since it's
I
one on
think
one.
yeah, the small class size is really good.
Mm,
You're not like, scattered. You're
yes.
like in face-to-face class, and in a public school especially, you have a lot of students to deal with. And
Mm,
I could maybe it's, to me it's very important that I am fulfilled after every class, that I've given my
yes.
best, that this kid have learned something. That is my main goal in every class, really. It sounds a little um, cliche, but I really want them to learn. It's not just, bah, 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 just like slide, 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 okay, whatever.
Hmm.
I really make sure they learn something.
Yeah.
So it's hard maybe if you are teaching in setting where there are too many students.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably harder, but it's, yeah. We love teaching ESL, and there is a connection to that question. Someone asked here, um, oh, I lost it. Sorry. Oh, okay. From Jesus Emmanuel Corpus. What's the secret of longevity and success in ESL? Ooh.
We
Well, you
go
gotta
back to
like,
connection.
right. And you gotta really like what you're doing.
Mm,
You're not just really doing it because you have no other choice. That's a
yes.
bad reason. You have to have the good
Mm,
reason to stay for a long time.
yeah. You're not just there because you're working. Well, partly you're working, but you're there because you love what you do.
Yes, that's right. And I think you should be open to learning new things, because look what you say, we talk about burnout. You will experience that along the way. I mean, I've taught over 15 years, and it gets repetitive. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe it gets kind of comfortable, and maybe that is boring for some people, but some people like the, you know repetition.
Mm,
But I like newness, so I think when you have also, it's very important to me. I'm not saying this so you get English right, but the material is really like my best friend. You are the main product. What you're teaching is your best friend, right? So
that's
it
right.
really goes hand in hand. When you have a really good material, you are confident in showing up every day. And especially when you're teaching little kids, it's very important that you have the consistency and building the safe environment. So that's
That's right.
very, very important. Yeah, you want to teach smarter, not harder, right? Where did I see that? It's like a commercial, right?
That's right.
Okay. So let me see. You have any more questions there, Princess?
Yeah, there's a question here, and I find it really interesting.
Okay.
And I think it's helpful to discuss. What are the
Okay.
common mistakes ESL learners and teachers make?
Oh, I saw that. I like that question
Yeah.
too. All
Yeah.
right.
Actually, she
So,
just asked, what are the common mistakes ESL learners make? But I would also like to ask, this is my personal question. What
okay.
are the common mistakes ESL teachers make? Because from this question, we can learn a lot.
Yes. Okay. You want to
That's
answer
right.
that? So, hello, Teacher Mel, watching from China. Hi. Thank you for
Wow.
watching.
Hello.
So, what was
Teacher
it?
Mel.
The common mistake that
ESL learners.
students, okay?
Yeah, yeah, students make.
Mm.
I think the common mistake they do or make is when they skip listening and speaking practice. Yeah. They focus only on reading and writing. That's a common mistake because, I mean, you have to have a focus, every lesson, but it's also important to incorporate all these basic skills in the lesson. But you have a focus. Yeah, but
Yeah.
there are lots of students who skip, like literally skip listening and speaking. They just do what's in the material. I'll just write this. They're not learning
Mm-hmm.
anything. Yeah,
Right.
and also um a limited real communication skills. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Real
it.
life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I noticed too. That's I think most of the ESL learners are focusing on getting a high score in whatever proficiency test they're trying to take. And
Yeah.
they spent a lot of money learning a lot of words, but they have forgotten that if you go to, say, if you decide to go to, say, Canada, United States, there's countries that are there's using English in everyday life. They can't talk. They can't use what they've learned because
Yeah.
they don't have the confidence and they have not practiced it. They're very good with grammar. I mean, they are excellent. I would say they are better than native speakers. They know the
Yes.
exact, way where this goes. What that,
The
but when
rule.
yes, when they talk, they don't have it. So that's why also our lessons, actually, we have speaking parts where you can encourage them to use what they just learned. So we have in English Bright, we have vocabulary and then practice and then sentence pattern. And then we have portions where you can kind of make them talk
Mm-hmm.
and use the words that you've taught. So it's kind of like encouraging them, okay, or also for you, teacher, okay, let's see if she really or he really can use this word in making sentences or answering questions about it. So,
Yes.
yeah, speaking is very important. Another thing also, I think um, they're bad in spelling.
Mm, that's right.
I just learned that not too long ago. I mean, I have a student, she's really good. She's almost like a native speaker. Nice accent. I mean, like she has a British accent, but her spelling was bad because I think also the, phonetic maybe structure or lesson was not that good. So
Mhm.
phonics. That's why we have phonics in our lessons. We have spelling. And I explained that to the mother, like the spelling part, especially for level 2. I know there are really long words that are hard to explain to spell, but I said, don't worry. This is just to make them comfortable and kind of No? Okay, so this is how you spell it. You gotta know the sound of the letter, so and it's really helpful. My students now are very good at spelling at 6 years old. They know how to
Wow.
spell. They sound it out in their brain. They go student. They go st. It's so cute. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's very important also that they know how to spell
Mm-hmm.
because yeah.
Yeah. So
So
basically, skipping important English skills.
mhm.
Yeah, that's what.
That's very useful in real
Mm,
world, not just
mm,
in test taking.
that's
Yeah.
true.
What's the other one? You
The other one
yeah,
is
yeah,
common
yeah.
mistakes ESL teachers make. I think, I think, well, for me, I think talking too much because I've been there. Talking too much in class, especially if you're teaching kids. You tend to dominate the lesson. Like the student won't
Yes.
have enough time to speak for themselves, to speak or to talk about what they're
Or
learning.
to kind of think or
Mm.
organize their thoughts.
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes we dominate the lesson. So we talk too much. I think that's one common mistake. And that's normal, I think, for beginning ESL teachers. Because when I started, I often talked too much. And I realized later on that my students not learning from me. I'm the one who's learning here. Yeah, talking
Right,
too
right.
much, number one. You're
Yeah, but
teaching,
I
Joy.
but I think, it's also okay to talk as
Mm-hmm.
long as this is the appropriate level of the student because they
Yes,
like hearing your stories. They're
that's
learning
right.
from
That's
your
right.
expressions, your phrases, your
Mm-hmm.
all these things. But when you are teaching very little ones, you avoid talk, talk, talk. Just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like what you said, give them the space to think and
Yeah.
kind of yeah. Also, we're scared of what do you call this? Dead air. So we kind of
Yes. When I started, I'm super scared of that. It's like I'm not an effective teacher anymore because there's like this dead air.
yeah, right. It's like oh,
Mm-hmm.
no one's talking. I gotta talk. Yeah,
Mm.
you can maybe give like cues like, all right, yeah, okay. So take your
Mm.
time or something like that. But yeah. So another thing, I would like to point out, especially I've seen a lot of videos, especially Filipino teachers. What I've noticed is really the phonics, the pronunciation part. A lot of teachers
Mm.
I know because I think, in school they've taught that's how you say it. The short, the short and the long vowels. For
Yes.
example, I can't find there's a word that is oh gosh, I should have written it down, but say for example like this is a bad example, gosh, why am I thinking this, just the long and like okay, so
Long and
door,
short vowels.
long and short, like door and book, so that's like a soft, right? Door, book, book, right? What is a long one? Teacher princess, you got to help me here.
Um. Uh.
The
Uh.
oh, the this sound.
Good.
So
I know. Good.
good. Yeah. So that's kind of
Yeah.
like a subtle, not like
Uh huh.
good. You don't say
Good. Yeah.
good job, right? You say good,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Or look.
Um,
Look.
yeah, like look at this. No, look, right?
Look
So
at this.
especially when you're teaching the little ones, they're gonna copy you. They're gonna that
Mm.
brain is so quick to get that, and
That's
like,
right.
oh my gosh, I taught him to say look at this. Yes, that's just one example. That's just one thing I noticed, and I wish
Mm.
everyone would be aware of that. Because that is a giveaway. I know a lot of parents want their child to have the neutral accent, not the thick. You don't want to give them your thick accent. You want to help them to have the neutral accent. So whenever they go in the world, they will be understood.
Yes.
So the short and long, it's very, very important.
Another thing,
Video. Yeah.
generally, when the teacher is not adapting to the student's level, yeah, that's one thing I have
Mm,
in mind.
mm,
Um, like as a teacher, really need to read, or you really need to know what the student's level is. And sometimes teachers fail to do that. So it's like they're teaching a difficult lesson already to a kid. Yeah,
yeah.
that often
That
happens, right?
yeah, that's very scary for ESL
Mm,
learners. Yeah, that's when it's a very scary situation to be in because they're learning a new language and then you're trying to teach them all these really difficult stuff and like, oh, I don't
yeah.
want to come back to this teacher. Yeah, that is a tip if you're doing a trial class. You want to make it not too easy,
Yep.
not but never absolutely not hard for them. You may want to go to the too easy is safe, but not difficult because they're not gonna wanna. They're gonna tell mom, I don't want to learn, and you're gonna
Yes.
lose that student. Yeah, so make it easier and fun.
That's
Yeah. All
right.
right. Let me see. All right. Let me. Do you have questions there? I'm just trying to. Okay.
From doesn't have a name. Xiaomi. What is your technique? Have you read this already? I think not yet. What is your
No.
technique or strategy to finish the lesson on time if your student doesn't listen to whatever you say? So point is that the technique or the strategy to finish the lesson on time. I think this questions what should I say about
Is,
this?
are you teaching?
uh
I think this person is teaching for a company. I would assume because
yeah,
you want to finish the lesson on time.
because there's the time strict. The time
Right, right.
strict when you're
So
working at a
that's
company.
you're limited.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, what was that question again? Finish lesson on time. Strategy to finish lesson on time. If your students don't want to listen to whatever you say, you know what? To be honest, if you're teaching for a company and you have that rule to finish all the slides, I would just Dora it. You know what Dora? Have you watched Dora the Explorer?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you say red, and then they don't say anything, they don't listen, whatever. Red, good job, and then go. So it's a really bad way to teach because you just are going from slide to slide and just finish your lesson and just
Hmm.
doing literally your job. Um, but that's the reason why I don't like teaching for a company that is a lot of rules. And yeah, if you're teaching for a company, that's what I would do. It's you do everything, you just
Yeah.
Dora it. Yeah. But if you're teaching privately, then you have the time, you can really be an effective teacher with your pacing because you're not restricted with, time limits. Or if you're working for a company like you're working for a smaller company, Princess, right? It's
Yes.
probably more open to really like finish whatever you
Yes,
can
it's actually
finish.
okay to not finish one lesson material for
Hmm,
a
hmm.
session, for one session. Yeah, so
Right.
it depends on the teacher.
Yeah. And this student doesn't listen to whatever you say. I think it is time to talk to the parent and maybe have mom or dad sit next to him or
Mm,
something, or maybe ask, like what I said, maybe they're tired. That's why they're not interested. It's not about you, it's maybe the energy level that the student has at that moment.
yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
think I get it now, Miss Joy. This becomes a problem because there's a pressure about the time. You really have to
Mm,
finish the lesson on time. So yeah,
hmm.
it's so hard to.
Yes, it's you're not focused on really
Mm-mm.
your goal of being a teacher. You're focused on
Finishing the lesson on
pleasing.
time.
Yeah, yeah, just finishing the slides. It's
Yes.
yeah, not good. All right, maybe we can have one or two more questions.
Okay. Is there any more
Let
questions?
me look on. Hi, Amy. Hi, Miss R. Renas.
Let me read first. Jocelyn Marigomen in Zoom.
Okay.
Good day, teachers, aspirant ESL teachers. Teacher here. I'm applying to an ESL part-time position here in Cebu that teaches Japanese students. And a little bit nervous and excited at the same time for the interview tomorrow. May I ask if you do have materials or guide for new ESL teachers? It would be very helpful for me if you have. Po.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, good luck in your interview tomorrow. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. If you go to our website, www.englishbrightesl.com, we have a lot of free lessons. Also on YouTube, we have tips, teacher tips, and stuff like that that you can watch. But right now, maybe we can also give you a little encouragement. Go, 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 go.
Go, go,
Go, go, go,
go.
teacher.
You can do it.
Jocelyn, yes. Be I know it's easier said than done. You're like, be confident. But
That's
I
right.
think just enjoy your interview. Don't focus on, oh, I gotta get this job. Just have fun. Yeah, just enjoy it. But it's normal to be nervous. It's there for a reason.
Mm.
But don't live in that nervousness. Just focus on your excitement. Yeah, because you said you're excited, but you're a little nervous. So,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
that's just a normal feeling, especially for an interview.
Yeah. But congratulations for taking the step to apply. And we wish you all the best.
Right.
All right. Okay. I guess we need to go to maybe the final question for today. I know I have a lot of questions ready here from our previous live actually, but we don't want to hold you up for too long here. And also, you guys are waiting for the winners of our raffle giveaway. So I will have you, Princess. I will have you choose the last question for today.
Okay. Hmm. What are, let's end this with a positive one.
Ooh,
What
okay, I
are the
like that.
best practices for teaching English online? Best practices. You
Mm.
think? It's your try.
Well, best practices would be just show up confidently. And I
Mm.
know I've mentioned this when I say confident, it's not like you are a know it all. You're confident where your student, you are giving your energy to that particular student as an anchor of safety. And so
That's right.
whenever they see you, every time you turn on your camera, they feel, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but my little students, they like, they feel, they will tell me that I like your class because I feel relaxed.
Wow.
It's kind of like their way that it's their spa moment.
Yeah.
So that's why they like to, and I
A
really make it.
relaxing moment.
Yeah, I really make it relaxing. There's no like do this, do that. Well, I do a little bit of that with the ones that I am a little also stern with the ones that needed that, but in
Mm.
general, I just make it really relax and a place where they can learn and really be themselves and have fun. And
Yes.
the parents see, the parents see that, and it's yeah, I just make it really a fun space. That's very important to me. It has to be a relaxing space, and also I want them to really learn every after class. Those are the two things. How about you, Princess?
Um, Best practices for teaching English online. Start with time management and focus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you plan your lessons carefully, you set clear objectives, um,
Mm-hmm.
balancing, the things that you need to focus on during the lesson, speaking, listening, and practice. That's right. And the most important one is the chance to really engage with your students. Of course, using visuals, props, anything that you
Mm-hmm.
have right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And also, like I go back to the materials. Some
Yes,
I don't know how it depends on, where you are in teaching. If you are just starting, I think it's wise to know that the material or the lessons that you're using is really important because it makes you a better teacher. It makes you confident. It makes you very effective because your
that's
students
right.
can feel that if you know what you're doing or you're confident about what you're teaching me and you're having fun. When you're having fun, when you're excited about your what you're teaching, they can feel it too and they get excited. Like
Yeah,
that's what I do. It's just so, like, if I'm teaching geography in level 4, I love it. And so they see that I'm very excited. Oh, we're gonna go to India today. And they go like, yeah,
yes, that's right.
we're traveling to India. So I kind of make it like really a fun. Okay, fasten your seatbelt because we're traveling to Japan today, and it's just add that fun touch to it, not the rigid learning type,
That's
student
right.
teacher. Yeah.
Like
All
an
right.
adventure. It's like an adventure inside the classroom.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Magic. I know. Magic, adventure, connection. What are our favorite words?
Hashtag
Energy.
connection. Hashtag energy.
All right. Well, you guys, I know. I think we have answered a lot of questions today, but it's time to do the exciting moment, the raffle draw. So we have two winners here: 1 year English Bright Pro Access and 160-hour TEFL course with TEFL certificate. Let me see. I'm going to stop my screen sharing here and we're going to do our raffle. Hey,
Yay.
let me see. All right, give me a moment here. Right, here we go. So the first one, we're going to be picking someone that will win. All right, the English Bright 1 year pro access. All right. So we have still a lot of our audience or our participants here on Zoom. Give me a second. Do you see your names here, guys? All right. Let me just check Facebook quick. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for being here, and we really feel happy that you find this helpful. Michelle Natividad Garcia. All right, you see it? Are you guys ready? This is for the 1 year pro subscription of English Bright, and whoever gets this, we highly suggest that you book a Zoom call for a training and to use it effectively, and so you don't kind of like you know um feel a little shaky because this is a new material. If it is a new material, it's very scary. All right, so here we are. Ready?
Go.
In three, two, one, spin it. Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer O. Kadungo.
Oh, Jennifer,
Congratulations.
congratulations, Jennifer. Are you here with us? Jennifer Kadungog. You're welcome, Angel. Jennifer,
Jennifer
are
is
you here?
here. Jennifer is
Oh,
here.
congratulations, Jennifer. All right, now I'm going to take your name out, Jennifer. And we are now doing this draw for the 160-hour TEFL certificate and course. All right, are you guys ready? I really am excited for this because I actually was telling the team, I don't know if I want to give this away. I want to keep it to myself. All right. Yeah. So here we are. Are you all ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations,
Daniela,
Daniela
congratulations.
Macapagat.
Daniela Macapagat, are you here? Congratulations. You've won the course and certificate from, I forgot the name of the company, but the TEFL course, the certificate is very important, 160-hour course. So congratulations, Daniela. And again, we are very, very happy that you are here with us today, guys.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for sharing.
much.
Yes, thank you for sharing your time with us. And I hope we really, you know, helped you and encouraged you to do your best. And thank you for being a part in this ESL journey. And Teacher Princess, I am really happy that you're here with us again.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm happy too.
I know.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you. More webinars. Yes, Teacher Jane,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Really appreciate your time. And I know you probably guys are getting a little hungry here. It's lunchtime. So yeah, thank you so much for joining today's session. The questions, the energy really made this fantastic start to 2026. Yeah. So yeah, see you next time. Do you have anything else to say, Princess?
Nothing more. I just want to thank everyone who are here today. I believe I also have followers that are here today. They keep on messaging me. And
Yes,
yes,
hello.
yes. I'd like to thank everyone who's here today. And yeah, more webinars to come.
I know. Oh, also, I would like to mention because there are a lot of people who ask about English Bright
Yes,
material.
yes.
Yes, please, you can schedule an appointment and we would be meeting you on Zoom. And yeah, there's a lot of questions about discounts and how to use it and this and that. So you can message us on our socials as well. And yeah, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Princess. Hopefully this is not going to be the last time
Yeah.
we would share this space. And let me just share my screen here again. All right. So yes, we will see you again and more webinars to come and questions and answers and just helping each other out here. So yes, I hope you guys will have a good day and happy teaching. Bye bye. Bye,
Thank you.
Princess.
Bye,
Thank you,
Miss Joy. Bye,
everyone. Bye
teachers. Bye,
bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so much.